Stop. Take a deep breath right now. Overthinking is tricking your brain into thinking it's solving a problem when really it's just keeping you anxious. But you can shut it down in 60 seconds. Let me prove it to you. Hey, I'm Cassidy, your love, pleasure, and embodiment coach. Have you ever noticed that the harder you try to think your way through something, the worse it gets? Your mind races in circles, analyzing, replaying, predicting, but never actually solving anything. Trying to think your way out of overthinking is like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. So if you can't think your way out of overthinking, then what is the solution? Well, I'm going to tell you in this video, and make sure to watch until the end, where I'll guide you through a process in less than 1 minute that you can use anytime you feel stuck in your thoughts. Now, before we get into the immediate fix, let's acknowledge something. There are many long-term solutions to overthinking, like meditation, journaling, yoga, spending time in nature. These all help train the mind to slow down over time, and they're all great. But what about in the moment, when you're caught in an overthinking storm, when your brain is spiraling and there's no way you feel like sitting down to meditate for 30 minutes? That's where most people get stuck, which is why we need a different approach. This approach has two components that I'm going to tell you about: the mind and the body. Overthinking happens when your brain gets caught in a loop, recycling the same thoughts but never really reaching clarity. We get stuck in this loop because what we resist persists. So the more you try to force thoughts to stop or go away, the stronger they become. Trying to control your thoughts is like struggling in quicksand. The more you fight, the deeper you sink. So instead, the key is to stop resisting and allow your thoughts to come and go without attachment. When you stop engaging with them, they naturally lose their grip on you. As Alan Watts said, muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. So when we stop stirring the water, when we stop engaging with and resisting every thought, clarity naturally emerges. This is the first step to breaking free from overthinking, realizing that the mind calms itself when we stop trying to control it. Now, one of the most important shifts you can make is realizing this: you are not your thoughts. Most people believe that because they think something, it must be true. But in reality, thoughts are just mental events passing through your awareness. If you can observe your thoughts, then you aren't your thoughts. You're the one watching them. Think about it. You existed before this thought, and you'll exist after it. Your thoughts come and go, but you remain observing them. Like Michael Singer said, when we realize that thoughts are just thoughts and not who we are, we begin to experience true freedom. This realization is powerful because it means you don't have to believe, engage with, or react to every thought that enters your mind. You can step back and observe. There's an old Zen story that explains this beautifully. A young monk once went to his master and said, "My mind won't stop racing. Thoughts keep appearing and I can't make them stop. How do I fix this?" The master pointed to the sky. "Look at the clouds. Do they struggle to stay? Do they fight to leave?" The student shook his head. "No, they just come and go." The master smiled. "Exactly. Your thoughts are like the clouds, and you are the sky. The more you try to control your thoughts, the more tangled they become. But when you simply observe them without attachment, they pass on their own." So one day, the monk sat in deep contemplation, watching the sky. At first, he noticed every cloud, tracking its movement, wondering where it was going. But as he sat longer, he realized the clouds moved on their own without his interference. His mind became still, and for the first time, he felt a profound sense of peace. His master returned and asked, "What have you learned?" The monk smiled. "I don't have to chase the clouds. I just have to be the sky." So instead of resisting your thoughts, what if you simply let them pass by? The moment you realize that you are not your thoughts, you gain the power to step back and observe them without attachment. But awareness alone isn't enough. What I'm about to tell you is what most people don't know about overthinking, but it's the most powerful way to get out of it. Overthinking isn't just a mental issue, it's a nervous system issue. And to truly free yourself from overthinking, we need to regulate the nervous system. Overthinking doesn't just affect your mind, it actually triggers a chain reaction throughout your entire body. The brain perceives persistent thoughts as unresolved problems that need solving, which activates your stress response. When you stay stuck in overthinking, your brain continuously signals to your body that something's wrong, keeping you in a low-level state of fight or flight. So your heart rate speeds up, your muscles tense, your breathing becomes shallow. And this happens because overthinking keeps your nervous system in a state of hypervigilance, creating brain-heart incoherence, meaning your brain and heart are no longer working in harmony. You can think of your heart and brain like two musicians in a band. When they're out of sync, the music is chaotic. But when they're in rhythm, everything flows smoothly. According to research from the Heart Math Institute, when your heart and brain are in coherence, working in harmony, your thoughts become clearer, emotions stabilize, and decision-making improves. This coherence is achieved through simple techniques like rhythmic breathing and focusing on positive emotions, which send calming signals to your nervous system. This is why trying to think your way out of overthinking doesn't work, because the problem isn't just in your mind, it's in your nervous system. So instead of trying to fix your mind first, we start with the body. The mind follows the state of the body, so when we shift our physiology, we shift our mental state as well. When we regulate our nervous system, our thoughts naturally slow down and clarity follows. So here are 4 things that help with this. First is breathing deeply. That signals safety to your nervous system. Shaking your body releases stored tension. Grounding yourself pulls you out of your head and into the present moment. And connecting with your heart brings your brain and body into coherence, creating clarity and reducing mental chaos. So by shifting from the mind to the body, we break free from the overthinking loop and experience a sense of calm, focus, and mental clarity. Now let's put this into practice. You can follow along with me, and this takes less than 60 seconds. So I invite you to sit or stand, close down your eyes, and take a couple of nice deep breaths. Breathing in, holding, and exhaling. One more deep breath like this, breathing in, holding, exhaling. One more, breathing in, hold, exhale. And now I'm going to invite you to start to shake your body. So shaking your arms, your legs, your shoulders, your entire body. And this just helps release any of that extra energy, any of that stored tension. Shake, shake, shake. Beautiful. Now, with your eyes closed, I invite you to come to stillness and feel your feet against the ground. Feel your feet connected to the floor beneath you. Feel the support of the floor holding you. If you're sitting, feel the seat beneath you holding you. Feeling that sense of grounding. Beautiful. And from here, keeping your awareness inward, I invite you to bring your attention to your heart center. Taking a breath right into the center of your heart space. And I invite you to think of one thing that you're really grateful for. Beautiful. Now think of one other thing that you are so grateful for. And now bring to mind one memory of love. And now bring to mind a memory of wonder or awe. Beautiful. Taking one more nice deep breath. Notice now how you're feeling in your body and in your mind. Are you feeling more at ease, more clear in your head? Next time your mind spirals, don't fight it. Use this practice to reset in just a minute. Save this video for later and check out the 1-minute guided practice for a quick fix. Let me know in the comments if this video helped. Make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more embodiment and personal growth tools.